What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video we're taking a look at the SSL bus compressor 2 because SSL has this on sale for $29 until July 7th, 2023. And this is another great sale from SSL. This is making this 90% off because this is normally $299.
Damn.
Which, while I love this plugin, I would never pay that much for it. So, like I always say, SSL plugins are great. They're awesome, amazing. Insert whatever adjective you want there, but you got to catch them on sale. And this is a great time to pick up the bus compressor too. I'll have a link in the description if y'all want to check this out, learn more about it, or pick it up. It is a referral link, so if you do decide to purchase the plugin, I would appreciate if you do it through my link. But we'll get into this, give an overview of it, go over the controls, and of course I will let you hear what it sounds like. So with the controls, this is, of course, the bus compressor from the SSL console. And we've got our standard controls: threshold, makeup gain, attack, and release, ratio, sidechain, which is the high pass filter to stop the low end from affecting the compression. And then we have a mix and wet dry knob there. Now, one thing I want to point out with this bus compressor plugin from SSL is that this actually has more ratios and more attack and release options than the hardware, which is nice to see. We've got 20 milliseconds on the attack, which is not on the hardware. With the release, we got 400 milliseconds, which is not on the hardware. And with ratios, we have a 3-to-1, which is not on the hardware, and I believe it has the 20-to-1. But little extra options that we get with the plugin. And moving over to the right side, we've got oversampling, we've got plug-in mixer, which is a dope feature I'll show you in just a second. We can also trigger some external sidechain, and then we have mix lock. Let's go into this plug-in mixer. So when you purchase the Channel Strip 2 or Bus Compressor 2, you're going to get access to the plug-in mixer, or actually it's called SSL 360. So we click this, it's going to open up this program, which is the SSL 360. And you can see on the right, we have two instances of the bus compressor that I have in this mix. One is the drum bus, one is the mix bus. And you can, of course, control those settings from right here inside SSL 360. And on the left, we have three instances of the Channel Strip 2 that I have inserted on the vocals on this mix. So what SSL 360 allows you to do, and it's the only software or program that I know of that can do this, this essentially allows you to mix without looking at your DAW. And it's essentially a digital way to mix on a SSL console. I have all the controls over the channel strip from the SSL console here, and then we have the bus compressor as well. So I can do a whole mix, granted that all my editing and all that is done. But as far as just hands-on at console with faders, EQ, compression, the gate on here, I can do that all from this software without flipping back to Studio One. But let's flip back to Studio One, and of course, let's hear this bus compressor 2. We'll check out the one I have on the drums first. Where is it? Here we go. So this is the instance I have on the drum bus. I'll bring this in and out.
Who you supposed to be? Who you supposed to be? Who you supposed to be? Who you supposed to be?
When the sun goes down, I'm turning up. We get real bucking, pulling up and rolling up exotic bud. I'm too busy being great, shrimp and steaks, lobsters and crab cakes, watching out for y'all snakes.
So not really smashing it too much, doing about 4 dB of compression there. And that is, the 808 is not included in the drum bus. I've got the kick, snare, clap, hi-hat, and close hat and ride all in the drum bus, not the 808. That's it on the drum bus. As a mix bus compressor, this is one of my favorite mix bus plug-in compressors, and I really don't say that about many bus compressors for plugins. I prefer to use hardware, but with this one on the mix bus, I've got 400 millisecond release. We've got 20 millisecond attack, makeup gain set to 2 dB, and I'm only doing a couple dB on this, as you'll see. Play that same part in just a second. Ratio, how that got changed, should be 2 to 1 on the ratio, and I got 130 on the high pass filter. So I'll bring this in and out so you can hear what it's doing on this mix.
Who you supposed to be? Who you supposed to be? Who you supposed to be? Who you supposed to be?
When the sun goes down, I'm turning up. We get real bucking, pulling up and rolling up exotic bud. I'm too busy being great, shrimping steaks, lobsters and crab cakes. Watching out for y'all snakes. Grass cut and my edges trim. Even when the lights are dim, you're on radar. I ain't giving out no favors. Upper echelon shirt trailer. Label y'all perpetrators. Earn bags in this American classic. Cadillac, speakers blasted. Who you supposed to be?
All right, so this bus compressor 2, what I'm hearing and that I'm really liking is that this does a great job of just gluing this mix together. One thing I've always noticed from even working on an SSL console with the bus compressor from the console, even down to this plugin, is that I feel like the mid-range just comes forward when I bring this compressor in, and it's why I've always been a fan of SSL style bus compressors. I want to take a quick look at the hardware versus the plugin because it was bugging me that I said that the ratio 3-to-1 was not on the hardware, and I couldn't remember if that was 100% fact. And I know someone's going to correct me in the comments, so let's go ahead and get these facts straight right now. So, looking at the hardware and the plugin on the right, so we do have the 3-to-1 ratio on the hardware. On the plugin, we've got a 10 and 20. So yeah, so the hardware doesn't go up to 20. I knew there was an extra ratio somewhere up there. Actually, we got 2 extra ratios on the high end because we have the limit, which is the X that you can switch it to. So you have 20-to-1 and then the infinity-to-1, the X. Looking at the attack, we've got a 20 milliseconds. So I was right on that one. Release, see, we do have 400 milliseconds on the hardware. Okay, so the hardware has 100 milliseconds, 200 milliseconds, and then 400, where the plugin has 100 to 300. We've got an extra 600 release, and we've got 1.2 on the plugin, where we've got 1.6 on the hardware, and then they both have auto. And on the So this is interesting. On the plugin, the high pass filter is completely variable. We can go anywhere between off to 185 hertz, where we see on the hardware we have fixed selector frequencies, which I'm not mad at, but just something to point out just when comparing the hardware to the software. All right, we'll take a quick look at the SSL native channel strip 2, because normally this bus compressor and this comes in a bundle together, and then together you can use it with the SSL 360 software. So definitely keep an eye out on a sale for the channel strip 2, because if you get that and then get the bus compressor 2 in the SSL 360 software, you'll have both of those, and very powerful when they work together. There's also another channel strip, I forget the name of it. It's a black channel strip that SSL came out with that also works with the 360 software. I'm hoping to see that on sale. That's the one I'm waiting for. That channel strip, as well as the Blitzer compressor. Definitely waiting for a sale on that to pick those up. But definitely comment and let me know what you think of the SSL bus compressor 2. It's one of my favorite bus compressors in plugins to use on my mix bus when I do end up mixing in the box. Generally for my bus compressor, I use the West Audio Dione, which is of course also a SSL style bus compressor. But if you've been using the bus compressor 2 and the channel strip 2 in that SSL 360 software, definitely comment and let me know how that's been working out for you. Also let me know what plugin that SSL makes that you would like to see on sale that you're waiting for. And of course I'll have a link in the description if y'all want to check this out, learn more about it, or pick it up. All right, if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. And if y'all want to continue to see more content from me, then y'all know what to do.